Freelance greetings, Helldivers. I got a question for you. Light pen or medium pen primary weapons? Because recently, as I have done quite a bit of guides already, I noticed that most of the medium pen primary weapons are not too good, or at least not as good as the light pen ones. But whenever I ask why is X gun not being used, I got a comment saying,
"Oh, it's because it's a light pen!"
Thank you, Gundam Boy. And that light pen primaries are only good for chaff clear, which is absolutely not the case, but okay, I guess. So I decided to look into this, compare both types of primaries, and give you my thoughts on the topic. Let's start. We're gonna start by comparing them. Light pen weapons not only have higher normal damage, but also have high durable damage. On the other hand, medium pen weapons don't really have anything going for them as a whole, except of course of the armor penetration. And the fact that most of our best primaries are medium pen. But that's pretty much an accident, I would say. The higher or lower armor penetration also applies to how you use the gun. Light pen weapons will be rewarding accuracy, since of course they are not going to penetrate anything, and they are extremely good against weak spots. But medium pen primaries do not give a fuck if you aim or not, because they can mark down any medium or light enemy in the game. Also worth mentioning is that a lot of medium pen primaries end up being just a downgrade to other weapon. For example, Gallant is a downgrade to the Knight, Constitution to the Amendment, and the Adjudicator to the Tenderizer. Not gonna lie, it's very hard to compare those two quote-unquote types of weapons, as it's just armor penetration. It's only top of the iceberg when it comes to actual balancing, and it's not even that important, like durable damage or recoil or anything like that. So I guess we can just move on, as there is not much comparing to do. Okay, so what do I think? Well, my personal favorite primary is Jar 5 Dominator, which has AP3. But even though my favorite one is medium armor penetrating, overall I would say I prefer the light pen ones, as they are just statistically better. Arrowhead treats medium armor penetration as such a breakpoint that light pen weapons just have better stats, whether it's ergonomics, recoil or ammo economy. Though it's not all black and white, as I don't really give a shit whether it's light pen or medium pen. I can appreciate both of those types, and it really just comes down to other stats of the weapon, as armor penetration on its own doesn't really matter that much. Also, most of the time I choose whether I like the weapon or not by its both visual and sound design. Overall, it's design. So I don't care if weapon is good or if it's bad. If it has good design, I'm gonna use it. That's why I like running the Constitution, and half of the reason why I refuse to believe that Blitzer is actually good against the bugs. Because I just hate shooting with it. I can't force it myself to like it, or even on this front. I also asked a couple of other Helldivers YouTubers whether they prefer light pen primaries or medium pen primaries, and even though some of them leaned towards one more, like Fancy who unintentionally prefers medium pen, or they didn't lean into any, like Gundam Boy who just plays whatever he feels like, most of them have been pretty balanced out on the topic. Except for Findas, he just prefers light pen. They also can appreciate both light pen and medium pen guns, and they know that armor penetration doesn't decide whether the gun is going to be usable, because it's not just about the penetration. One thing though is that we all have hundreds of hours in this game. We are no rookies, we are the veterans, and we know how to play the game, how to use the guns, etc. We just have enough of knowledge to know that both types are good. But when it comes to rookies, I would say probably medium pen would be a better option, as they're easier to use, and that's all. Because you can mark down enemy and don't really think about aiming, and you can focus on other aspects of the gameplay that you have to still learn, it's going to be better for you to use the medium pen weapon. The medium pen weapon is just more accessible to that rookie. Though if you are already a good shooter player and you have good aim, picking up light pen weapon shouldn't be a problem, as weak spots in this game are pretty easy to spot, like don't you see a shining head of the Devastator? And overall, usually a headshot is a kill. So yes, for rookies, it might matter, and medium penetration might be better. But overall, I would say this debate is stupid, because gun doesn't have to be either medium pen or light pen to be good. Gun is good because of the whole picture of its statistics. Armor penetration is just one part. You cannot say if the picture is going to be good or bad if you just see one single pixel of it. You just see the color. What if the color is used very nicely, even though it's an ugly color for you? You don't know that, you just see one part. You cannot decide if the picture as a whole will be good when you see just one pixel. In conclusion, it's a stupid debate and it doesn't lead anywhere. Only for the rookies it's a little better to take medium armor penetrating weapon. But they will soon understand that light pen weapons are not bad. And if you, a diver with hundreds of hours, still think light pen weapons are bad just because they are light pen, you are the problem, okay? Thank you everybody that answered my DMs, and thank you Gundam Boy for the cameo of the Toxic Diver. And if I see one more comment after this video saying a weapon is bad because it's light pen, I will take your exploding crossbow, shove it up your ass, and pull the trigger. See ya, Helldivers.